Hey guys, Dan here, and today I have come to a conclusion. So guys, why are you here? Why are you here right now watching this video of me talking to you? Why are you here? I think for the most part, most people are here because they have a deep desire, a yearning for something more in their life, right? We think it might be freedom. We think it might be improved financial position. There's so many things that we all think we need in our lives to be able to be happier, right? Because that's what it is at the end of the day. We want to be happier. And so what's the number one real thing that's holding us back from achieving that happiness that we all aspire towards? What is it? Well, I've come to a conclusion, like I said at the start of this video. I truly believe the single factor that keeps us all from achieving every one of our goals, whether it's personal, internal, financial, social, all of them, is fear. Yeah. And I know you hear entrepreneurs spouting this on YouTube. You know, it's fear that's holding you back. It's fear that's holding you back. But it truly is, right? Let's look at some examples. If you, like me, have social anxiety, it's a fear that causes this condition. It's a fear of a subconscious fear. Because consciously, I'm quite outgoing. Consciously, I don't really worry too much about what people think about me. But subconsciously, there is a fear there about what society feels about me, about my persona, about my personality, about everything about me, about my looks, about my, the way that I speak, about everything, right? And this is a subconscious psychological fear. This is what causes social anxiety. Now, things like lack of confidence, right? It's not that you're not confident in yourself, it's that you fear what others think about your confidence, about how you walk into a room. Do you make yourself smaller because you don't want to be seen, right? Because you feel you so want to be seen, you really want to be seen. But at the same time, you have this fear about the judgments that people in that room will make upon your being. It's a fear, guys. Every single, if you really think about it, every single problem that you have, you can knuckle right down to it being a fear, right? The same thing as in your business. If you want more, you want that financial freedom, you know that this system that we're in, that we're born into, is unnatural to us. But we've been conditioned into people of things, right? We must have. So you could just throw it all away today and go live on an island somewhere wearing leaves, right? And live a happy and fulfilled life. But that's not what most of us want these days, because we see the beautiful stuff around us in the modern world, the technology that's been created. We want that beautiful house on the beach. We want the best of both worlds. But a lot of people are held back from going after that because of the fear of loss, right? The fear of monetary loss, the fear of losing time to a business that takes their money and they end up in a worse position than where they started, right? And this is a fear that every entrepreneur wrestles with, every single one of us. I did many times when I was younger, but I was able to overcome those fears. And this is what people mean when they say it's fear holding you back. This is what they mean. Like, a lot of people say that statement, but they never explain what that statement means. Look, guys, it goes down. You can attribute this to anything. The fear of death, right? We all of us have a very abundant fear of death. the fear of the unknown, right? We don't know what's going to happen. Is there an afterlife? Is there not? We don't truly know. Some people have faith, but they still have doubt. And that doubt is seeded by fear, 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 fear of death, right? Fear of the actual unknown because they're not 100% sure. And that fear actually truly prevents us from really living, right? A lot of people are fearful of other humans and the evil capabilities that other humans have that could be thrust upon them against their will, right? And rightly so, this can happen. But that stems back to the fear of death or the fear of pain, the fear of being hurt. And this fear prevents you from living in your totality how you should. Because, guys, we don't know. We might have multiple lives, we might not. But we do know that we have one right now. And that fear of death, pain, loss, sacrifice, the fear of other people's judgments, all of these fears, they really hold us back from truly living. And guys, this is huge because you can't just turn around tomorrow and get over that and just go out. I don't fear no man anymore. I don't fear death. I don't fear loss. I don't fear financial loss. I don't fear none of this anymore. You can't just flick a switch and it happens. So how do you overcome these things to live a better life? Overall, an overall better life, right? Not just financial freedom, not just monetary success, but true happiness. Well, it really starts with working on you. And this is why I'm so big on mindset, guys, right? One fear at a time. One fear at a time. Until you're ready to overcome those bigger obstacles, those bigger fears, right? Because some fears you will never overcome. It's the beings we are. We are humans and we are beautifully flawed, right? So one fear at a time, guys. Just pick one. There's many. Look inside yourself. You're going to find all of them, right? And it might not be pretty when you first find this. When you confront that man or that woman in the mirror and you ask, what am I truly afraid of? Each and every one of them. Write them down. Make them tangible. Get them out of your head and onto paper. And then tackle them one at a time. Put yourself in those hard positions where where those fears do manifest. And this is the only way. You can only confront fears. You can't ignore them. If you ignore fears, you are destined to live a miserable existence, an existence that you will not be happy with, an existence that when your time comes and that day is said and done, and you know, that's all I'm going to say, right? And that is soul crushing. Don't let that be you, guys. Don't let that be you. You know, I have many fears myself. And I've overcome a hell of a lot of them over the years. I didn't even realize what I was doing, right? This is what I've just come to this conclusion literally today, right now, right here. I've always been one to cower from my fears a lot, right? Until I'll get to a point where I'm fed up and I'll just say, you know what? I don't care anymore. And I'll push myself to go to like Toastmasters, right? I go to Toastmasters. And when that opportunity first manifested in my life, I was like, hell no, I can't get up and talk in front of people. But this led to other things, guys. I've been doing that many years now, but this led to other things like being able to talk on stage. What a fear that was. The fear of judgment. Fear of judgment from strangers in the audience. The fear of messing up and not seeming like I knew what I was actually talking about. I personally find it very difficult to take thought to mouth, right? This is one of the hardest things that I deal with, especially making these videos. I'm having a million thoughts about what I just said right now, and it's very difficult for me to articulate that. So when I get up on stage and all these eyes are looking at me, they're everywhere and they're all waiting to hear what I have to say. I fear that I might say something stupid. I fear that I might look like I actually don't know what I'm talking about when I do, and I know I do. I fear the judgment of those prying eyes. Alright guys, so anyway, I just wanted to quickly jump on here. We're reaching 10 minutes now and I don't want to take up too much of your time. But the best way to do this is first accept it. Fear is the root of every single problem you have in your life, right? The fear of losing love, right? If you're unhappy in a relationship, the fear of being alone. It's all It all comes down to fear. This is my conclusion. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on this, but you know, in my opinion, I truly believe this. Obviously, I'm always open to suggestion. This is something that an entrepreneur must hold inside of themselves, right? You can't just be steadfast on your convictions as an entrepreneur. You must be steadfast in your convictions as you believe them. But if something comes along with a good argument that is against your beliefs, this is called, you know, pivoting and moving and understanding and taking on that new knowledge and growth, right? So it's a skill that all entrepreneurs should actually manifest inside of themselves as well. All right, guys, one at a time, one fear at a time. You can do this. I believe in you. Talk to you soon.